Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel EduVenture SG. So today we'll be looking at a very good problem on age. Why I have chosen this question is because a lot of my students face problem solving age questions. So I thought of making few videos on them. Okay, so let's start with reading the question. At first, Mandy is 18 years old and her sister is 24 years old. How many years ago was Mandy half of her sister's age? Okay, so at present means right now. I mean, in the present, now Mandy is 18 years old. Okay, and her sister is how old? She is elder to her, right? We can see that she is 24 years old, right? And how many, the question is how many years ago? Right now obviously we can see that, right, the Mandy is definitely not half of her sister, but the question is how many years ago was Mandy half of her sister's age? Right now she is not, right, because half of her sister is 12, but right now she is 18, so that's not half, right? So maybe a few years before she was half of her sister's age, so we have to find how many years before she was half of her sister's age. Okay, so for one important thing I would like to highlight here is that for age question, please always remember that the difference between the age, right, never changes. It's always remains the same. For example, here the difference in the age of Mandy and her sister will always be same, right? It will be. So let's first find what's the difference between the age of two sisters, right? So the difference uh, in the age is how much here is 24 minus 18. So that's how much? Very easy, 6, right? Now what do we have? Some years ago, when Mandy was half of her sister's age, right? That means how can we represent it in the form of model, right? That means if this is Mandy, right? If this is Mandy, then what do you think? How old is her sister, right? Sister must be twice of Mandy, right? So in other words, right? Mandy is half of her sister's age, right? See, Mandy is half of her sister's age because sister is 2 units and Mandy is only 1 unit. So the Mandy's age is half of her sister's age. If you notice here, right, what is the difference between, what should be the difference between the age of Mandy and her sister here? That is very clearly because the difference remains the same. The 6 years now, 10 years from now, 10 years before, whatever, right? The difference in the age always remains the same. So that time also the difference between the age of Mandy and her sister should be 6, right? Should have been 6. That means what? We can see here clearly that 1 unit is 6, right? And we know that, okay, Mandy at that time was 1 unit, right? Mandy at that time was 1 unit. So that means this is Mandy's age. Okay, so Mandy was 6 years old at that time. We can check as well, we can check our answer, right? Just check how much will be 2 unit. 2 unit will be 2 times 6 is 12. That is her sister's age, right? That is her sister's age. So you can see that Mandy is half of her sister's age, but this is not the question. Question is how many years ago was Mandy half of her sister's age? So right now she is 18 years old, and when she was half of her sister's age she was 6 years old, right? So that was how many years before? Just subtract. So right now she is 18, just minus 6, right? Then she was half of her sister's age. That will give you 12. That means 12 years ago, right? 12 years ago, Mandy was half of her sister's age, right? So 12 years ago, Mandy was half of her sister's age. Okay, So hope you have liked the question. Keep watching. Thank you.